everyone. Welcome back to What She Said. Our guest for today is Miss Krystle. Krystle, can you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. As she said, my name is Krystle. I have an IG shop, I guess you would call it. It's called Curation of Dope. And so with that, like I just really curate dope shit, like hence the name, but it's really a way for me to find all the things that I love. So I have like a lot of Black memorabilia, dope clothing from like the 90s, some vintage kitty clothes. So it's like just a way for me to really purchase, right? I love a shop. So I purchase everything
Right.
that I like. And it's not just one thing I specialize in. So I really try to make it a reflection of me and the things that I really am into. So if I see something that I like, I purchase it and hope that, like my clients feel the same.
Okay. Well, I know it's hard to be creative because there are always certain standards of beauty everywhere. So today's show, we're going to talk about creativity and beauty. And so I am in the midst of this battling because I love artwork. I'm into jazz, anything artistic, but I never let that reflect in my clothing because I was always the one where my mom, she used to do our shopping and she like, ooh, what you got on? So I never, it wasn't until like college. I'm like, oh, I don't like none of this stuff. I never really looked at myself in the mirror and said, why do you have that on? So how did you get into your own style of dopeness? Or how can somebody find out this is what looks good on me?
I think it was always there, but like younger growing up, like until college, we met each other freshman year at Tennessee State University. So I don't even think like I really had the style at that point.
Okay.
I'm really trying to figure out like when it came. I think it was just like at some point you just decide I like what I like and that's what I'm going to go for. So for me, like things that attract me are like colors. I love colors, prints, and it just really is what I like. I don't really even know how to describe it. Like it's like, you see things. I think you pull inspiration from everywhere. Luckily now we have like social media. So you
Right.
can get bits and pieces of inspiration and just really take that and make it your own. So like for me, I like scour the internet. Like I am an online window shopper. So
Okay.
I just find stuff all the time. Promo codes. Like there is a way to like really make a statement, make it your own, make it really unique, but yet still like make it affordable. So like I'm not one for labels or designers. Whatever I like, if I like it, that's it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean like to tell others like how to find things that look good on them. I think it's just that like for me, when I see it and I get excited, that's it. That's it. I got to have it. I'm gonna find a way to get it. I'm gonna just keep watching it, and if they send me a promo code, I'm on it. So yeah, like just I think from within you just get a feeling like, oh, this look good, And I mean, yeah, you have to worry about your body type, but I think that just comes along with it, and you're able to really find things that if they say it ain't for your body type, make it for your body type. Like you could
Right.
put a
Okay.
blazer on it, you know what I'm saying? Put a belt on it, put a fly chunky sweater on it, whatever you want. And you just make it your own. I think it's just really about from inside, and just really allowing it to show through and not be afraid of what people may say.
Now, do you think this is a better way or route for women to go now? Because it seems like everybody's in a cookie cutter stage right now. So you have like, oh, this is an influencer, but who are you influencing? So it's like my body doesn't like that on no day of the week, and I don't have the money to make it look like this. So how, what would you tell like a teenager, high school? Because this is what they're seeing. We're probably at the age where we can like filter it a little bit.
Yeah. It's tough. I think I'm definitely thankful that I'm not like a teenager now or early 20s and just seeing everything out there because it is very cookie cutter down to like the contouring, the makeup, the lashes, the nails, yeah, everybody want to look the same. And so I think like it takes a little bit of courage to like not look like everyone. Like for me, I guess people say like I'm kind of modestly dressed, but that doesn't happen by design. I just really purchase what I like. And so I think
You mean by
nowadays,
modest that you don't show your body off,
I
or
think so, yeah. Like, I mean, in comparison to what's happening out there now. So like nowadays, it's like, I mean, everything is out, see-through, cut out everywhere. Like,
just put this sheet over your drawers?
don't even wear the drawers. Just put the sheet on and make the sheet see-through. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, I really am trying to find the words here because
I just feel like before, even in entertainment and in movies, we had, I guess, as the 80s babies or even the early 90s, you had like different artists. You had the Queen Latifahs, you had the Eves, you had the Nickies, you had, you had different women to say, she matches my personality. Maybe if I'm not a good stylish person, this is what I would wear. Like, I have options. So do you think that the media is affecting that, or do you think it's something?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And yes again. I mean, it's all that you see. So like for me, like if I go on Shade Room or like Neighborhood Talk or any of those like entertainment blogs, if you look at the celebrities or the rappers' girlfriends that are celebrities, it is a certain look. And so, I feel like people are very heavily influenced by that. And that is what they consider to be style. But for me, to go out and say like, I'm looking for a dress that's going to just show everything. Like that is your only thought process when you go shopping. Is what is going to show my body? Not for me. And it's okay that is not for you. And it's like, when I go out, I'll be honest, it's the men, they may not even notice, but I get so many women, I think, that come up to me and they're like, you look so fly, or oh my goodness, you are so beautiful, because I think it is refreshing for them to see someone that is free and comfortable in her own skin and be like, I'm wearing what I want to wear. And if it look like, whatever it look like, if it's a piece of men's clothing or whatever it's going to be, she is rocking that. And I think it takes more to be that than to just go out and be Fashion Nova, like from head to toe with clad clothing. Like that's simple. And it don't really take much, to put that outfit together because it's everywhere. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's everywhere. Like you cannot avoid that look. Like,
so does this mess with, or has it ever messed with like self-esteem levels, or what you think beauty, quote unquote, is, or can you even define beauty in that aspect?
Yeah, I think like for me, growing up, I did. I think, a lot of us go through self-esteem issues, and sometimes I still struggle with it. Not necessarily the clothing, but I will say though that as time has went on and that like it becomes more fashionable to wear less, it can, like you definitely see it when you go out. And so like maybe nobody's approaching you because they can't. Like it's almost like you are seen, but what is even more seen is that this chick over here with her cheeks out, her titties out.
How can you unsee it? Like people
everywhere
will be yourself. Men gonna flock to that. What man do you know who has two eyes? Is gonna just be like, oh, she got on, she ain't got no clothes on, but I'm gonna go over here. Like it's
because shorty over there got a good personality.
I mean, I battled with it even in college. I think you had to, for me to date a man, he pretty much knew me through a friend. And it's because, man, she's really cool to be around. And I've even had people friend me while they dated the quote unquote.
Exactly.
And it's like, I can't be the person you connect with intimately, like emotionally, and this person you connect with because you can't see past, the cleavage. It's like they didn't know how to decide. And I don't think people are equipped with those kind of tools, because let's be honest, if we seen a guy that look good, muscles all groomed up, we're not going to see if he's nice or not. We're going to be like, oh, he look good in his he looks good in his clothes, over somebody who just has no care on their appearance.
But see, now that's different though. We are saying like this girl over here is fly in her own.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So a dude can still, but they got it easy. They
have it easy.
Look good, gray sweatpants, white t-shirt, baby, fresh cut. Okay, I'm on it. They don't have to do much.
We don't have no list. Oh, he don't wear brown enough. He don't wear, oh, he don't wear prints. It's over. Yeah.
Like, they can look good doing bare minimum, and that's just what they can do.
Okay.
And it's not like, for like we have to do so much, but it is just really interesting now. What has become popular, I think, is almost like not being your true self. Like, even the makeup, me and my friends talk about this all the time, and it's like, that ain't your nose. Like, girl.
Yeah, because it has people questioning, do people get surgery? And they're like, no, I didn't. Somebody did my makeup. And I even had that done. I did it one time, maybe a couple years ago, because it was just came out, right? And this girl's like, I'm gonna do your makeup. Cool, I guess. So I went somewhere and nobody knew who I was. They was like, I'm like, they like looked and then looked again. I was like, they was like, we didn't know who you were. Like a whole man that I've dated literally walked past me, and he was like, I didn't speak early because I didn't know it was you. And I was, it's like,
it's insane to me, because that is the look. And to me, I always think about it like, well, the joke kind of on the dude. Like, okay, you chose her. Well, when you get home, baby, and that comes off, or you're gonna get what you're gonna get. And that's it. And I'm not saying anything against that, but
no, nothing against it, but it's a lot.
It is a lot. And I think that, it's okay to be you. Like, this nose, I'm okay with it. I don't need you to contour this nose. I don't need you to do none to these lips. This my face. Just like highlight that. And so I think in today's world, like, I don't consider myself to have like the highest self-esteem. I still feel like there's room for me to improve upon that. But I also think, like, for so long, we thought that having high self-esteem was really looking in the mirror and thinking like, oh, I look good, or I'm this, or I'm that, or, like, I can look like this. And I think that the older I become, the more I realize that is not what it's about. I think it's about really knowing who you are and really standing up for what you deserve, whether it be in a, like a relationship, a friendship, even with family. Like, I think that is self-esteem, and that is like self-love. And I think that if we can get back maybe to that instead of just what we look like on the outside, it will make it a little different. But I mean, yeah, it's interesting today, because like the funky dressers like me, like all the women be like, go girl, oh, that's fly. And the dudes be like, oh, hey,
they don't have it on.
So no, it's more. Yeah. So
it can be discouraging to a point, because you may walk out the house with a different glow, and then you walk in and it gets slower and slower, like, maybe I shouldn't have put this on, and you question yourself. Because my mother used to do it, and I mean, she do it out of love, but she's like, what you got on? And I'm like, I thought it was fly. Like,
now black mamas, honey.
Yeah, you can have something that they know, well, they may have not worn, but then you look at old pictures, like you were the elite of that time. It's almost like what they used to do with us with music. Why are you listening to this? And it's like, you just listen to the Oochie Coochie Man playing the blues song. I remember on my trip, we were going freshman year to TSU. We drove down like for a visit. And my mom and her friend, my friend's mother, was in the car, and we were all in the back seat. And they were like, "What are you guys listening to? We gonna tell y'all what to listen to." So they put this song on, and the song was like "Bone You Like You Owe Me" or whatever the song was. And I'm like,
some blues. Oh, they real raunchy, very raunchy and nasty.
And we was like, that might not be the example you were looking for. So I say that to even say, with the men attire, they're being creative. Like I seen when the Migos came out, or even when Pharrell came out, it was more than what maybe our street men were wearing. But then you looked at like the OJs and Cameo, whatever back then.
And the Isleys, baby. They was darn in some halter tops, okay?
So being a creative being that you are, do you respect when other people are being creative, or you just say, I I like it, or you like, you become judgmental on the other creative side? How does that work?
You know, I will say that although, like, you know, we said, like, you know, what is very popular is like scantily clad women and like just that look of fake butt, fake boobs, now fake abs. You know what I'm saying? Like they just becoming real creative with build the body. But
Right.
on the flip side, I will say that it has been really joyous, I think, to watch like the younger generation embrace being different. Like it's just refreshing to see. Like, you know, we had Afro punk, and I mean, even though Coachella is not necessarily black, but just like a lot of black people still went, but just like that, like Willow Smith and people that just aren't afraid to be so different. And I think that also is becoming popular. So it's definitely like two variations of what's popular.
Yes.
And so
I do appreciate that. She has grown, and I'm glad they let her be in that avenue.
yeah.
And sometimes she wears just bald, which is great. And I didn't even know it's becoming, you have to pass laws in order to get hired with your natural hair, which is ridiculous. And it just becomes one of those things where you have to even change the vocabulary, saying, no, my hair is a little kinky. It says kinky wavy on the box. Don't say that. Look, it doesn't say nappy on the box. Because we was
okay, girl, this for E, baby. Okay, don't let it fool you. I said, let me throw a little edge control, baby, on this for E, because I got to make it do what it do. But,
so, you know, that part, it allows even me as an adult to be more creative, because I'm like, hey, I see a 20-year-old embracing that I like rock music and rap, versus me having to say, let me be quiet in this conversation because these people only listen to trap music. You know, so it gives up another spectrum, because we don't look our age per se. And so we can still kind of be creative without being like, oh, who that old lady with the leopard pants on, you know?
Because
some things I won't do, but I do try to say, this is in with the realm of my, you know. You know, as a single woman, it's hard, because it's like, who gonna date me looking like this? You go through phases in your mind.
You do. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, even me, like in like, you know, you see me, you're like, oh, her style is this or her style is that, or oh, she can put some stuff together. Yeah. But even still today, like those are thoughts that I have, but not enough, I think, for me to be willing to change. But it definitely was a thought process. Like, I don't think that I've ever thought, like even with my hair, like I had locks and then I cut the locks and then I started wearing like all of these colorful fades. And so now I'm trying to grow it back. But even with just some things as simple as your hair, you know, like men would really judge me. And so like when I had like the short fade, I have never had so many people approach me like, oh, you like girls or guys? Because of my hair? Like, are you freaking kidding me? And if you, it's like, you know, I had several arguments at the bar over that. Like, get out of my face. Like at this point, like, no, I don't even want to talk. But
and that's a punch and a notch on your creativity of how you want to look and what you think is beautiful. And then you get judged and not even approached. I'm just going to assume this is what she likes by what she dress. How she dresses.
And so that happens a lot. And I remember I dated a guy who was Muslim. And I only say that to say what he told me. I was like, now something is wrong with this picture. But he told me, he said, man, you know, you don't show off your body enough. Now what?
He's not a Muslim.
No, girl, another story. Okay, we'll do that next episode. But yeah, so I'm just like, you know, like what people think that you should look like, or, you know, how you should wear your hair. You know, I've had a lot of those conversations from, you know, different men that have been in my life at different points. And I think luckily I've always had that I don't give a care about you kind of attitude. And I think that you really have to have that when it comes to being outside of the box creatively.
Yes.
Because you can easily be influenced to switch it up or to do things differently so that, you know, you can fit in a little bit more, or maybe so someone will be attracted to you in that way or whatever that means. But no, like I buy when I go out and shop, it is because I like that piece. It is not because I know it's going to show off my ass or it's about to show off my waist. Like none of that goes through my mind. And so I think that that's important. Like
Yeah.
you're buying this because it really speaks to you in some way. And so like I wish I could even put it into words, but it really is just a true feeling. And I think you just really get to a point in life where you decide what you want and you go with that. And you have to really be strong. I think it really takes a strong individual to be secure in themselves and to be okay with stepping into the world with that. And
Yeah,
being
because
okay.
ultimately you're showing the world you. And
Yes. Yeah, I
you come
definitely express
across,
myself a
yeah,
lot
you come
in clothes.
across like even with your, like you said, your hair, that whole battle is like now you're judging me off my hair. So even if you date me with my hair a certain way and then I change it, it's like, is the relationship over? It's almost as bad as them saying if you gain weight, the relationship is
Yeah.
over. And so it's telling me I have to be somebody else for you to accept me.
Yeah.
Because at any given time, my mood may change. I tell people I'm a very energy surrounded type person. Like I have to have positive energy. If the energy is off, I have to leave the room. And so I think that just like you're attached with hair and you cut it, your mood change. I think that's what happens with your clothing.
Yes.
That if you don't have anything that you're comfortable in, you ultimately don't feel comfortable in any environment. But you are repeatedly told in the media, like, this is what business looks like. This is what an entertainer looks like. This is what a girl that's going to be wifed up looks like. And you have men backing this up and getting 1 million views telling you your man don't want you because of this. Really? What does his mother look like? I want to see a picture of his mother before we go there.
Them fighting words, because he about to get busted, baby. Yeah, show me your mama.
It's that simple fact of saying, who told you that? I know your mama didn't tell you that. So in order to be, known and popular, this is what you're showing me you fall in love with, and then you like pro-black movement over here, and then the women that they match up with, the women they match up with, does not match that.
Yes.
And so it goes all the way to them doing whatever they have to do to appeal to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we sit there and look like, angry black women because we want to have our hair poofy that day. It really is weird because you see kids are kicked out of school for having locks. People aren't hired for going to the interview with an afro. Why can't I go to the interview with an afro when another
it's just my hair?
Like, come into an interview with pink hair and it's long, it's still unruly. She did not comb her hair today. I combed it. I had to spray it. It took effort to get this height to this baby. I had to get it together and then make sure I didn't mess it up when I got in the car. You got to do a lot to travel with these hairstyles that we come up with. So
yeah,
I find it like most of us are going into entrepreneurship because of this. And then we're not even quote unquote stylists. It's almost like you're your own influencer because this is what you do every day. This is how you live. And I congratulate you and I encourage you. And I really honor you for being your true, authentic self at all times. Because even if you don't fit, for real, if you don't feel like, I'm not really, this is not my greatest day, and you post a picture, somebody else like, you know what, one day I'm going to be this confident. And I'm going to just put on my lipstick.
Because that lippy will change your whole day. Okay. Yes. Now put that lippy on. Now I put the lips on. That's it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and it will just that part will bring you enough confidence to conquer the day. I mean, we have our Erykah Badu's. I mean, she will get all praises for what she wore. And I said, if I walked in this house like this, you would be like,
because it is like you have to sell it. It has to be you.
I gotta sell it.
Because even some stuff that she rocking, they'll probably be like, now, Krystle, what? But she can pull it off because she believes in that look and like it comes from within. And it's like, I ain't trying to be like nobody. I picked this up because I saw it and I liked it. I didn't have to see anybody with it. It didn't have to be all over social media. None of that. Like,
I didn't need no validation for this. I get it.
Nothing. And so, yeah.
So on what she said, we like to give our guests an opportunity to give a quote that you live by so other people can be empowered. So what quote would you encourage? What quote has gotten you through some hard times or something you?
Oh, now, oh my goodness. Now, okay, I'm gonna just go with whatever came to mind first, and that's just what it's gonna be. Okay, so in the words of our boy old Marty Marr, fuck them, girl, fuck them, fuck them, girl, fuck them. Okay, that's what you gotta live by. And that's it. That's what came to mind first, So yeah, that part.
Can you read? So you said in the words of Marty Marr, you said "fucking girl." Woo, that is a classic.
I'm like, I don't know, that came first, and that is truly it. Like, for real, you have to be okay with people, like you said, being like, oh girl, what is that? Or girl, that don't match. Like, I've had people really give their like, I didn't ask you for this opinion. And if I was looking for fashion advice, baby, you're the last person. You hear me? So yeah, like, just remember that. Like, I paid for it. I got this. And even if somebody bought it for you, girl, it's still yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
got it.
But yeah, that's the quote. That is the quote.
I love it. Can you let our viewers know where to find you on social media or how to follow you?
But yes, at Krystle Dope Dealer, and my shop page is at Curation of Dope. So yeah, that's me. That's how you can find me on IG.
Okay, well, just wait to our viewers. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.